What's up? Honor Hammer 26 here. I'm here to give you my final Battle 2009 for Ring of Honor Fantasy Booking. Before I get to that video, however, just two things I want to say first. Reed and Andy, I'm not going to be entering the Ultimate Roster Challenge. I don't think it's necessarily fair because I won the Mega Card Challenge to enter it and kind of enter your second one. I mean, I don't really necessarily think that's fair. Honestly, sorry if I'm just being paranoid about it. And speaking of a challenge, keep your eyes open. You might see something you might like soon. So, I'll get to this right now. Final Battle 2009 Fantasy Booking. This is in response to Sanders Robin. Check his video out. He did a very, very good job with it. And it kind of inspired me to do my own card. It'll be in the sidebar, or I can just tell you about it right now. Alright, I'm going to start off the night with a four-corner survival. Colt, Cabana, Delirious, Joey Ryan, and Sonjay Dutt. Basically, you're going to know the purpose of this match. It is for comedy. Get the crowd into it, which I think is kind of the best way, with a lot of serious wrestling at the end, to get the crowd into it for an opener. And I'm gonna have Colt Cabana win here for the simple reason that he's probably the most over in Ring of Honor of all four of these guys, and probably the one that the crowd will most like to see to win. And that's basically just the purpose of an opener. And Colt Cabana could use a win. I mean, push him towards the main event a little bit with a singles push, but not would be nice. So I'm gonna give this one to Colt Cabana. Jerry Lynn versus Kenny Omega will be my next match. I don't think this match has happened yet in Ring of Honor. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's happened actually anywhere. So it'd be kind of what Final Battle is about, kind of getting a fresh matchup that hasn't been seen yet. These wrestlers I think, do have a little bit of the same style and can work a very good match. This is by no means going to be like a 5-star classic, but it'll be a good enough match and has kind of an interest to it in my mind. But I'd put Kenny Omega over here because I think there'll be a little bit of a Jerry Lynn kind of hater in the crowd because I don't know why, but kind of seeing Jerry Lynn has his priorities in order of putting the young guy over at the biggest show of the year for Ring of Honor. So Kenny Omega gets the win there. Next, we have a tag team scramble match, basically with all the top tag teams in Ring of Honor that I did not put in the Ring of Honor tag team title match, and there's a reason that one team is in this match and not in the tag team title match that I'll get to in a minute. Young Bucks versus Briscoe Brothers versus Kevin Steen, Generico versus Kenny King and Rhett Titus. I would have Kevin Steen, Generico get eliminated first. After that, Kevin Steen turns on El Generico and turns heel at this show, kind of giving a little bit of storyline there and kind of getting fans interested in that for 2010. The next team I'd have go out would be Kenny King and Rhett Titus, have the Young Bucks eliminate them, and have had the Briscoes eliminate Kevin Steen and El Generico, kind of putting an end to that feud, because you'll never see that again because they're turning Steen heel, because that was kind of their greatest opponent. Kevin Steen and El Generico's greatest opponent was probably the Briscoes. Them are American Wolves, but they're the tag champs. So then I'd leave it down to the Young Bucks and Briscoe Brothers. I would have the Young Bucks go over the Briscoe Brothers, kind of continuing their rivalry. But since the Young Bucks are going to be kind of the tag team to watch in Ring of Honor in 2010, kind of give them the win here to kind of push that off. So there's that. Next, basically, just to end, kind of the Embassy and versus Albright and Friends feud is kind of never ended, so I just kind of put an end to it here. The 6-man tag team match, I mean, it happened at Death Before Dishonor 7 Night 1, but it really didn't have an ending to it yet. It just kind of it was a storyline continuer because of how it ended, and they really haven't settled it. I mean, they settled the Albright and Castagnoli part, but they really haven't settled the group feud. So I'm going to do that here. Brent Albright, Necro, and Erick Stevens versus Bison Smith, Jimmy Rave, and Claudio Castagnoli. Bison Smith is one of the 3 guys from Noah who have a permit to work in the U.S. this year, and the other 2 are in a match, which I think is kind of the Colt favorite later on. But I would have the team of Albright. Actually, do I want that team going over? I don't know. I mean, basically, I don't know what team should go over here. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Just end the feud and kind of have them go their separate ways. I mean, this is kind of what happened last year with the Sweet and Sour team taking on Strong, Albright, and Stevens. So basically just have that kind of same match. That was a good match, kind of recreate that for right now. And I guess you can have the face team of Albright, Butcher, and Stevens going over. I guess because that it will be a little predictable because all faces are going over so far. So maybe you want to have the Embassy win, but who knows? Booking could work in either way in this match. Me personally, I would have the team of Smith, Rave, and Castagnoli go over, but that's how I personally do it, but as a booker, it could go either way. It's kind of a hard choice for that match. Alright, then you get kind of the meat of the card, which is the Fight Without Honor, Chris Hero and Eddie Kingston. A lot of people probably do see this coming. They kind of have set this up, or at least I think they set this up very well at the Final Countdown, Glory by 8, the Final Countdown in New York City. So I think I'm going to have Eddie Kingston go over here, do something very, very brutal, kind of end this match, and just kind of have Eddie Kingston kind of just go to a place where show how awesome he is in Ring of Honor, because he kind of hasn't done that yet. So show that he can wrestle one hell of a match, especially with weapons, because this is kind of their style. So kind of do that, have Eddie Kingston win, and there you go with that. Next you get the Ring of Honor World Tag Team title match. Okay, well, let me explain this, why I put these two together before you kind of just go like, what? Why'd you do that? American Wolves versus the Dark City Fight Club. Okay. The American Wolves need to be in a tag team title match because they are tag team of the year, I think, no doubt. But the Dark City Fight Club have never faced them yet, so I think it would be a fresh matchup and kind of it has a little interest because Dark City Fight Club both wrestle a very aggressive style, and Davey Richards can wrestle with big guys like that and is very good against big guys like that. And Eddie Edwards kind of has to test himself to because he's coming off an injury, to come back and test himself against two big guys that can hurt him again. That's kind of a good theory there. I kind of have Eddie Kingston kind of be in the corner of the Dark City Fight Club, kind of set that up like that, and Chris Hero being in the corner of the American Wolves. Somehow I'd have Hero turn on the American Wolves, kind of turn him face, and keep Eddie Kingston in the Dark City, keep Eddie Kingston a face, and Dark City Fight Club kind of tweeners for the night, be them faces for the night, but kind of make them heel still. I would have the Dark City Fight Club go over here on Eddie Edwards, kind of make them look very, very strong with the tag team titles. So, and kind of then start American Wolves Hero feud. So that that's where I go from there, because you can definitely see a Chris Hero face turn coming. So next we get kind of the cult favorite of the match that everybody wants to see. I think this is the only match that I have the same as Sanders Robin on here. It's because I want to see this match, even though I'm not going to be there live. I'll be live, and then I'll be there live for the Manassas the night before. I'm not going to be in New York City. I still would love to see this happen in New York City. The GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship match, Kenta defending against Katsuhiko Nakajima. If you haven't seen either of their matches from this past year, they're both over 4.5. The one from Kensuke Office I gave 4.5. The one from Noah I gave 5. Just, man, these two can frickin' go. They don't have to go. I think Sanders Robin booked it perfectly. They don't have to go 40 minutes. They can just go 20 or like 22 really, really frickin' hard. And you gotta have Kenta go over here. I mean, you gotta have the title change hands. I don't really think the title should change hands here. Kenta's just on a roll. Kind of have Kenta stay on his roll. And I think Kenta go over Nakajima would be the best thing here. And then we get to my main event. I'll give my explanation of why I do that right now. Austin Aries defends against Tyler Black, which is kind of the choice there. Basically, he's coming, but since that'll be a little bit bland and kind of, it might not fall flat, but it's kind of predictable, I'd throw Roderick Strong in there with them, have it be a 3-way, 1 fall to a finish, no elimination rules, but because they did that at Manhattan Mayhem 3, so I kind of want to do something a little different here. And Tyler Black, I think, should be in this main event against Austin Aries, because he kind of come full circle. They faced last year at Final Battle 2008, so kind of come full circle. Tyler now a face, Aries now a heel, and all the events that transpired in that match kind of come full circle next year at Final Battle, and they're in the ring against each other for the Ring of Honor World title instead of for a title shot. I would have... Who am I going to have go over here? I think that the Ring of Honor fan base might be a little pissed if Black wins, only because it's kind of just going to be a little bit predictable. So I'm going to have Roderick Strong win the Ring of Honor World. Actually, yeah, I'm going to have Roderick Strong win the Ring of Honor World title in this match. Have him had a kind of a short title reign. Have it maybe lose it to him, lose it to Tyler Black at 8th anniversary show down the line. But I would have Roderick Strong kind of have his title reign here, because he kind of needs a manager to kind of hold the Ring of Honor World title. Maybe put someone on him by then. But I kind of think Roderick Strong is the greatest wrestler in Ring of Honor history, not to win the world title, kind of have it at one of their biggest shows in company history. So I'd reward Roderick Strong for that, kind of have him win the title here. I think have a mass celebration at the end of this. So this is my card. Give me your thoughts on it. See you guys later.